Hey Aquarius, welcome to your reading. If you're new, welcome guys, and to my lovely loyal subscribers, welcome back. Let's see what we have for you in March. We've had a lot of major celestial events, right? We can see that reflected in the world as well, Aquarius. I guess I'm saying that in your video because you guys are about, you know, being a decent human, humanitarian relief, and you know, being able to help people, and that's what's coming. I feel like you've been going through a lot of changes, shall we say, to be polite. You've been going through a lot of changes and transformations, sorting things out in your fourth house, just so that you can be able to help others. So let's see here what we have. Share your voice. Yeah. It's time to look. This always reminds me of the Hermit card here. Share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So I always say that, you know, it's not the bad people, if you like, the baddies in the world, why the world is so bad. It's the goodies not standing up and saying something and acting and sharing their voice, you know. Not you, Aquarius. I feel like you do this very well. You might have gone through a period of time though where you've pulled back to work on yourself here. You've gone into hermit mode, but now it's time to come out of that, right? Sometimes when we have to stand up, we face that persecution, right? Just for expressing, but we've got to be heard and we've got to be seen and we've got to be counted in this world. Star mother, how can you mother yourself? I think that's what I definitely feel like you guys have been doing, protecting your energy here. And it was very necessary. Let's just get that, you know, out the way. It was very necessary. But you can't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? How are you, you know, keeping to yourself what needs to be said? Just to, you know, keep the peace. You're like, no, I'm trying to keep my own peace here and things like that. But I feel you're making yourself small. And it doesn't feel good to make yourself small, you know, because still, whoever you're doing it for, they still won't see it or appreciate you, right? They still will try and hold you down. And here, all it means is that the world misses out on your beautiful energy. Look at that first card out, Queen of Swords. You can no longer dim to fit in. You can no longer not speak the truth. It's where your power is. You know, like this standing up for injustice in the world. Your voice needs to be heard here. And this seems to be some, you know, somebody who is out there, a light worker or a starseed here, that has been maybe even shying away from their own gifts, and just thought, hey, I'm going to sit back and have some time off from the world. But you can't do that anymore. It's time to act. It's time to give. The Emperor. This is... It's like standing up to the bullies. I don't know who needs to stand up to a bully here, but it's like you've got to stand up no matter how big or broad or whatever powerful that bully seems to be. It's like, it seems to be like in your makeup of who you are to stand up to injustice. Maybe that you was bullied in your life and this is why your voice is now important, now needs to be heard, now needs to be shared. There's no more trying to make yourself small. That this is what these bullies hope, that nobody will say anything, nobody will do anything. But here, Aquarius, the spotlight's being pointed on you. I'm sorry. Thankful it's not Scorpio. Well, saying that, my moon is in Aquarius. If you've watched the channel long enough, you'll know that my sun is Scorpio, but my moon is Aquarius, right? And yeah, this sort of resonates with me. Like, I usually stay out of political things, but I do have a platform, so, you know, maybe I should be doing more. The Four of Pentacles here. It's like, when the world is going through this big shift and this big tower, we need to build a foundation. We need to build on proper morals and things like that, right? We need to, if a friend needs help, we need to help them out. Not hide how powerful we are because we think we'll scare them, right? So this feels like a lot of masculine energy. So if you've been healing yourself and you've been healing that masculine energy that you have going on to this feminine mother energy and mothering yourself and trying to bring in balance, it seems like action is required of you here. It's like building this new world, setting this new values in the world. Like, who needs this reading? Who are you? A leader? You definitely are leading us, Aquarius, here. And that, you just like, me, not me. Nobody wants to know what I've got to say. I've tried and yeah, it didn't work out, so I'm staying in the cave. You're now probably going to be tested. You'll see things that you can't stand, that is triggering your soul to speak, to act out, to be one of these spiritual warriors here. It's like it's time to go to battle. It will be like a battle of words. You know, so ask yourself, how are you doing here to fit in? You know, you could maybe rip apart a bully with your words alone. Never mind, and you don't need this sword, right? You have the truth. You have honor on your side. So I definitely feel here that there's some sort of standing up to be done. King of Cups. Okay, so we'll switch to this. We'll try and switch it to loving energy, to a romantic reading. Here, this is somebody ready to love. It could be you. Somebody could be holding on to you here, energetically. They're just too stubborn to let you know that they actually care about you. I feel like you'll communicate with them if they communicate with you. A lot of people will say, hey, do you know what? Aquarians have ghosted me after you've done a lot to them. So yeah, they know how to ghost. They know how to look after themselves. They are very independent, sometimes to the point of stubbornness. So if you are just being stubborn, maybe have a word with yourself and say, okay, this is not me. I'm bigger than that. And then you'll be right back on track here. Somebody is coming forward here. Let's have a look. High Priestess. The King of Swords. And the Tower. Okay, so if there was a third party connection, if this person came up to you and stuff like that, I feel like by the time they come to you, you would say no to them. High Priestess is a no card. It's about bringing into balance and that feminine energy and that feminine power. And this is what we was talking about. You went into your feminine energy after a long time being in the masculine energy, like getting things done and doing for everybody else and doing for yourself. So you had to lean into the feminine energy and take care and mother and love yourself and, you know, nurture yourself, really sort of protecting yourself how a mother would. But there is somebody here, it could even be that you have a twin flame, you know who they are, but you're saying no to them and waiting on a more higher vibrating soulmate here, which might be quite a shock to this person that you'll turn around and say no. This would be after a lot of healing and loving of yourself has gone on. But your intuition is just telling you it's not this person, not this lifetime. So yeah, this person is going to come towards you. So this action is required. This seems to be all over your reading. This, you needing to take action now. You know, there's loving and stuff like that that's gone on, but you need to take action now. So when this person comes towards you, you can't just ignore them or ghost them. You have to tell them, you know, this is a no or a maybe. So with this Tower, I feel like you might just put it to rest and say, hey, it's done with. I'm over that. I can't go back because I'll be disrespecting myself. So because maybe there was a third party involved here. For a long time, you did hold on, but now you've learned to love from a unconditional point of view with the King of Cups. You're like, I can love somebody from afar. I don't have to be with somebody who's dragging me into these third parties. So you've learned to love without conditions, right? Unconditional love. And like I say, you are great humanitarians and doing for others. Sometimes when we're queens, we overly give. So it's like you're ascended here into a give. So very honorable, very honest, but you're not going to overly give anymore. So this person is expecting you to be who you were when they first met you, but they changed that with the Tower. They sort of broke you down, you know, made you go inside that hermit cave, soul search, lift yourself up, really do the deep work though, and the work that was needed, mothering yourself. Because although you are great humanitarians, you can't do for others if you aren't taking care of yourself. So it was a very hard lesson to learn that we have to go back and take care of ourselves, right? So that's what we're seeing here. You've done that work. If this is going to resonate with you, you've done that work. So this is a no or a maybe with the High Priestess, that you would take this person back. It'd be under very, very strict rules, which you don't want to do because you've learned to love without conditions. So this is why I'm swaying towards no. I wouldn't want that person back. Your intuition has told you, look, it's a Tower, it's over. You know, there's a lot of soul contracts that have ended at the beginning of 2022, so I'm not overly surprised. But like I say, you will call in a higher vibrating soulmate who's ready for love, ready to give you what you want, what you desire. There's the Hermit. They're currently in hermit mode. This is why they haven't, you know, got into a relationship with you yet. It might be another Aquarian, the Aquarius that you are, you know, meeting here. And this is why you just get each other, you understand each other, you like just get each other, you just one. And I feel like they don't bring up the same work that a twin flame does. So this is why you would choose to be with them, because when we choose to heal and we choose to love, and somebody is not doing the same, we have to, you know, have healthy boundaries and step away. And I think that's what you've done here. So after a lot of soul searching, it's like you found yourself, which is very beautiful, but you're being asked, hey, come out now. Come out of the divine is coaxing you out of the cave. Come on, it's time to love again. The world needs your love, Aquarius. So definitely, if it's not an Aquarius here, we see Pisces, Virgo, very high vibrating soulmates. Okay, so, and when with the King showing up, they won't be overly giving or overly taking like a knight or a page would from you. So don't worry about that. This person, you know, is well imbalanced with you. The Star, wow. This means this is something good that's coming for a long time. With these major arcana here, High Priestess, the Hermit, Star, and the Tower. So this is a change that is coming to your life for a long time, which might be surprising that you meet a partner who will stay with you a lifetime here. I feel like that's what you've always wanted. A partner that will stay with you a lifetime, and you might have always ended up coming across people who was drawn to your light and your humanity for your healing. But this time, you know, the world needs you. So the world needs you to be in this healthy relationship and full all the time. So that's major healing that had to happen after this Tower to get you to this spiritual mentor if you're going through this and you haven't quite reached this, you might need a spiritual mentor with the Hermit there. But it's like you're becoming a spiritual mentor, a very powerful person in the world, where your words matter. You can't dim. So you're being sent a soulmate here who doesn't expect you to dim, but helps you to get lifted up and shine and be who you are and love you for who you are. It's the person you're meant to be with. So you're calling each other in. There's this longing for each other here. I wouldn't say it's missing each other with the Five of Cups, although that's generally what that card means. But with the rest of the cards, this is this longing that's calling you both in to meet. This is why it's time for you guys to meet, right? So the fives also indicate the change. In 2021, your 4th house was lit up. In 2022, your 5th house is lit up. So go check out what you have in your 5th house. I do birth charts as well as personal readings. Yeah, I always forget to tell people, but my information is in the description box, guys. Go ahead and check it out. It's there for you if you want, or go find a reader you really resonate with and get that help. Pregnancy and rebirth, there's definitely this rebirth going on for you guys. We can see it. It's like you've already had it. It's now just time to come out. It's time to be born into the world again. Into not dimming who you are, how beautiful you are, how special you are, how dynamic you are. If you're triggered by people, say, showing off their beauty or confidence and things like that, you're like, oh, look at this idiot just showing off. The whole world is not about beauty. It's something that needed healing in you, so you can understand why you're triggered by certain people and certain things that are said. Silent wisdom. You've been quiet too long, Aquarius. And challenges. This is what you had to face, right? There was no way around it. You had to face these challenges. Magical protection, but you was always divinely protected here. Sacred union. Yeah, so guys, that sacred union is coming. I'm too nosy. Creative power. I'm too nosy, honestly. This is why I was like, yeah, I need to look because I know something very powerful is coming for Aquarius. It's just that action is required. You need to come out of there in order to meet people, and don't tell me no thank you, don't worry, you're protected here, guys, right? You're protected, so don't worry that you won't be. It's like you did a certain amount of work that nobody of a low vibration can come in anymore. So this is why we have that sort of high value protection, because the world needs you now. Okay, good luck, guys.